wanted to have your own mini version of WarHawk. Well, now you can, using this video as a tutorial to do it with its spinning bar. So let's get to it. WarHawk, you will most likely need some type of cardboard or something like that, maybe some card. These instructions, most likely. A ruler, a pair of scissors, a pencil, a red marker pen, a black marker pen, silver marker pen, a means of cutting a hole, a toothpick, maybe some black duct tape, maybe some gray duct tape, depends on if you want to do it, like if you want to color your robot like that, or if you just want to color it normally, or maybe just some duct tape for the back of your card if you're using card. Oh, sellotape probably. Yeah, that's what you're most likely gonna need. You might need some other stuff, but yeah. So to start, you're just gonna copy down your instructions onto something. It's basically your choice what you want to copy it onto. You can copy it onto cardboard or card or something like that, but it just needs to be strong. It needs to be something that you can draw it onto. You're going to need the color in your robot most likely, and then cut it out. But yeah. By cut out your robot, I mean cut out its parts. So yeah, let's get on to building WarHawk. So I guess to start, you're just going to take some tape and you're just going to attach it onto, let me check, which piece would it be? One of these pieces, and then you're just going to attach your tape on. And then you're going to take the longer one of these, and you're just going to attach it on. And then take some more tape. Oh, by the way, when I say like so, I mean practically like so, and when I fold over a piece of tape, if your piece of tape isn't long enough, just use a second piece of tape. Okay, so now take some tape, and you're just going to take your shorter one of these kind of strips, and you're just going to attach it on about there. Now take some more tape. So sorry, I accidentally attached this piece onto the wrong side. I attached it onto this side, but it goes on this side. Anyways, now take some more tape, like I was saying, and you're just going to attach it. And then you're going to take this long piece, and you're just going to attach it on. And then you're practically going to do the exact same thing you did with these pieces, and then you're going to attach it onto the opposite side. So hopefully I'll be back. So now take some tape, and you're just going to attach it onto the longish back piece, and then you're going to attach it onto this panel. Now you're going to bend this back panel down, and then you're just going to kind of just bend this all the way around, and you're going to take your tape and attach it on about there. So now you're just going to attach it and then fold down your tape, and then you're going to turn it over, and then you're just going to fold your tape onto the inside-ish area most likely, or you can just not look when you're doing it. But anyway, then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So now take a piece of tape, and you're just going to attach it about there, and then you're just going to fold it over onto your panel, and then fold it onto the inside. And then you're practically going to do the exact same thing over here, here, and here. So now take some tape, and you're going to attach it onto this panel, and then you're going to take this panel and attach it on, and then this panel and attach it on to the opposite side. So now if you do have a bit of tape sticking off, you can just cut it off or bend it inward. So now take some tape, and you're just going to attach it onto this panel about there, and then you're just going to insert it through, that broke, but yeah, you're just going to kind of bend this maybe a bit, but you're just going to attach it about there, and then you're just going to fold it down without breaking your cardboard, and then you're just going to fold over your tape in onto the inside-ish area. So then you're going to take some tape, and you're just going to attach it about there, and then you're just going to fold down your tape onto the inside-ish area, and then fold it over onto about here. So now take some more tape, and you're just going to attach it about there, and then fold it over onto this panel about here. And then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So this is just to reinforce your piece of cardboard. And then if you do have some tape like sticking out on the bottom or on the top, you might want to cut it off or just bend it inward. So now take some more tape, and you're just going to attach it onto this panel about there, possibly. And then you're just going to attach it onto here. So now take some more tape, and you're just going to attach it onto about the center-ish area. And then you're going to fold it down onto the middle-ish area, and then fold it all the way over. So then you're going to take some tape and attach it about there, and then you're just going to fold it over onto this panel and then under it. And now you're practically going to repeat the exact same process here, 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 and here. So hopefully I'll be back. So now you're going to take some tape and you're just going to attach it onto about the bottomish area, and then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side by just attaching it on the bottomish area about there. So now take your panel, one of these panels, make sure the white part's facing downward, and you're just going to attach it on. Now you're going to kind of want this to line up fairly well with the areas over here. So you're going to hopefully want this to line up fairly well. Now if you do have a bit of tape remaining, you're just going to fold it inward about there. Now to get a really good check, you're just going to take your wedge and you're just going to kind of attach it where it's supposed to, kind of just put it where it's supposed to be and make sure it lines up pretty well. So now take some more tape. Take said tape and you're just going to attach it about there, and then you're going to fold down your tape onto the bottomish area frame, I guess you could say, or call it. So you're just going to do that. Now, because you want this to be fairly of a low wedge, if you do some cardboard, you're just going to kind of try to compress it down quite a bit so that it becomes a bit lower, so that when you attach this on, it will be pretty low. So now take some more tape. So now take some tape and you're just going to attach it about you're just going to kind of want this to line up where you attach the first piece of tape. And then you're just going to take some more tape and you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So about there. Now take your front wedgelet piece, I guess you could call it, and you're just going to line it up pretty well, and then you're going to just attach it on. Now if you do have some tape, say, sticking out a bit, you might want to fold it up or fold it over. I don't actually. So yeah. Now take some more tape. And you're just going to take some tape and you're just going to attach it back onto the wedge area. This is just to reinforce it so it doesn't break too easily. Now take some more tape. Take some tape and you're just going to attach it onto about the bottomish area, and then you're just going to take one of these and attach it about there. And then take some more tape and you're just going to reinforce the inside, and then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So now take some tape and you're just going to attach it about there on the inside-ish area. Now you're going to take one of these white triangle-ish pieces, or whatever color you put it, and then you're just going to attach it about there, I guess. And then you're just going to fold over your tape. Now you're just going to reinforce the inside-ish area by attaching some tape and just folding it over. Or by inside-ish area, I mean outside-ish area technically. And then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Now I just realized there isn't actually much of a point for these, but yeah, they're there. So now take some more tape. Take the tape and you're just going to attach it onto about this panel, about there. And then you're just going to fold it on so it attaches onto the kind of just like base of the wedge-ish area. Sorry if you can't see that well. And then you're just going to kind of fold it over. And then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Now, you kind of have your wedges shape, but at this point, it's not too wedgy. So now you're just going to take some more tape. And you're just going to attach some more tape. And you're just going to attach it about there. And then you're just going to kind of fold over your tape. Now, this is just kind of supposed to get a little bit lower to the ground. Doesn't really help, but on the brand new WarHawk, it's kind of wedge shape. It's more kind of pretty just tall and kind of a wall. And now this is because there's supposed to be a beak on WarHawk, but I did not make one, so yeah, there you go. Now take some more tape and you're going to attach it onto this piece about there. Then you're practically going to do the exact same thing by attaching another piece and then folding them over, and this is a weapon blade. So then you're going to take some more tape and just combine these into two. Oh, and this is a good example of vice versa. If your piece of tape is long enough, just fold it over to combine them into one piece. So now you're going to create a larger than toothpick sized hole in this bar, and toothpick sized holes in these two pieces and these two pieces. So hopefully I'll be back. Okay, so take some tape and you're going to attach it onto one of these triangles about there. Remember, your hole needs to be a bit kind of low. And you're just going to attach it about there. So now take some more tape and you're just going to reinforce the inside using said tape. So, yep, just about there. fold down some tape, and then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Now you're going to take some tape and you're just going to kind of press down your wedge, and you're just going to attach your tape onto these areas, but then you're just going to kind of press down these parts of the wedge just so you can get it kind of near the very, like, this area, but you're just going to kind of line it up with the triangles, and then fold over your tape. Now this does make the wedge go off the ground. So now take some more tape. So now take some tape and you're just going to kind of attach it about there, and then you're going to fold down your tape. And so once you get over to about there, you're just going to kind of get your wedge kind of shape-ish piece off, because it might start bending inward. You're just going to kind of take it off a bit, and then you're going to fold down your tape, and then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. Hopefully that made sense. So now at this point you might need to cut off a bit of the cardboard at the bottomish area, just to kind of get this to actually stay flattish. So there we go. So now you have your wedges shape. So now you're going to take take your toothpick. Also, while we're while we're taking your toothpick, I'm gonna say just so you guys do realize you might need to reapply the tape. You might end up accidentally cutting off your tape connection. Now you're going to take your toothpick and insert it through. Now take one of these little pieces and you're going to insert it through. Then take your blade and insert it through. And now take another one of these and you're just going to insert it through. So yeah, and then insert it through here. So now that you have your spinning blade, which should hopefully spin. Sorry if you guys can't see that well, but anyway, yeah, hopefully it should spin. But now take some more tape. Take some tape and you're just going to attach this piece onto this kind of topish area, and then you're just going to fold it over your tape. Now take some more tape. And then you're just going to kind of bend this piece so that you can get it to kind of just bend forward while also getting this piece to bend downish. And you're going to take your tape. I'm sorry if these instructions have not been the clearest, and you're just going to fold over your tape. So once you've done that, then you're practically going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So there we go, and overall this model looks pretty nice. It looks pretty good. So this is WarHawk. Just for comparison, I'm going to grab my old WarHawk. Here we go. Now, this WarHawk did have a white version as well. Now, I didn't go the black version just because the black version would mean I would have to color with black markers, and I don't have very much of those, and even the ones I do don't have much ink left. So, as you can see, I ended up going with the silver side versions, and yes, this is a bit more bendier on the real one, but I didn't do that. You know what? This model looks pretty good. Now, who's lower? This bot's a lot lower, which I might have to fix this so it can be a bit lower. But other than that, this model's really nice looking. Looks really good, so hopefully you guys can build one as well.